Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Man, what a week we've had. Sports-wise.
Yes.
Last weekend, awful for Michigan sports, and this weekend, the Red Wings are what, 4-1 now, or are they 5-1? Did they win today too?
Well, they didn't play today. They played tomorrow at 3, but 4-1, 4 in a row. Latest victory coming in overtime against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I think Larkin is the one that scored their game-winning goal.
Yep, in overtime.
And a breakaway. So, yeah.
Wow. Then last night, we probably got to see the greatest Major League Baseball postseason performance of any player ever.
Yes.
I can't stress it enough how big Shohei Ohtani was last night. 6 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 for 3, all home runs. One of them traveling over 500 feet.
The dude's insane. And I don't like giving the Dodgers any credit because I hate the Dodgers. But
we all do.
I give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. What an amazing performance.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then, the ALCS is actually shaping up to be a pretty good series. Some early punches by the Blue Jays, but the Mariners came back. They lead 3-2 in the series, and they win tomorrow. They punch their very first ticket to the World Series.
And they have to go back to Toronto to do it. I have the feeling this game is going back to Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an ebb and flow type of thing.
The series ends in Toronto. The next 2 games is in Toronto because Toronto has home field.
Oh, that's right. Toronto had the better. Yep, that's right. Toronto had the better record.
So, Toronto, they're in the best shape to get back into the series with the home field advantage. But I feel like it's been a home run fest in the ALCS.
Yeah. The championship series, one got decided in 4 games?
Yep, one was a sweep and one could potentially go to a game 7. Whomever makes it on the American League side, whether it's Toronto or the Mariners, I just hope they beat the Dodgers. I don't want back-to-back Dodger series.
So, before we get into fantasy football, I just want to say this. He's only the 3rd player in the first since 1942, and that guy's name was Jim Tobin, to hit 3 homers in a game while also being the start Trevion or Mason Taylor. I like Trevion Henderson this week. Tennessee's been weak versus the run. I would start Trevion all day. But he's the 3rd starting pitcher to do it, in the first since 1942, and that was Jim Tobin. And that's a starting pitcher and hit 3 home runs. And it's not just the fact he hit 3 home runs, because back then pitchers would throw 200 pitches in a game because they didn't have relievers, they didn't have closers. They would go a complete game and pitch until they were exhausted and ready to drop on the field before they bring somebody in.
That's crazy.
So it's weird. It's just weird.
All right. Well,
unfortunately, it came at the hands of Miss Candy Ebling, Scott Morganraw's wife, Brewer. Feel sorry for her, but not really. We're out too.
Yeah.
I had to go there. Am I wrong?
No. Right. Why don't you say we get into this week 6 of the fantasy football season week?
Yes.
What do you want to?
Go ahead and start off with the QBs. I think the top QB last week was who? Was it Patrick Mahomes?
Yes. So let's see, we'll do top 5 NFL or fantasy football quarterbacks for week 6. And this is PPR format. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes with 31.5. Number 2, Drake May, 27.2 points. Jackson Dart with 23.6. Daniel Jones at 23.5, and Jaden Daniels rounds out the list at 22.6. Outside the top 5, you got Dak Prescott, and Jacoby Brissett cracks the top 10 as a backup for Arizona at 21.7.
Okay, right now I want to do this one here. Redraft full PPR, need wide receiver help, 2 to 4. I got an offer to move Swift or JCM. I personally would keep JCM because this was Swift's first 100-yard game since he was an Eagle. If you're going to move one, it would be Swift. And I would take Quentin Johnson right now over MHJ because Kyler Murray's hurt and we don't know when he's coming back. So I would do Swift for Quentin Johnson. That's me. I don't know if you feel the same way.
No, I agree. Quentin Johnson's been surprisingly performing well this season, and you never know what you're going to get with Marvin Harrison Jr. Even with Kyler Murray, MHJ has been a like a 50-50 gamble. So yeah, 100% agree with what you said, JB.
Thank you, Dylan Fink. And Dylan Fink also has full PPR ranked your top 3: Fields versus Carolina, Brisket versus Green Bay, Wentz versus Philly, Young versus New York. I hate to say it. I like Bryce Young versus New York, Darnold versus Houston, and then Mounds versus Atlanta in that order. That's my top 3. You with that? Carolina has corners.
Carolina has what?
Carolina has good corners. J.C. Barn
yes.
and all those guys. They're actually decent corners. They've been covering people well. If Fields have struggled against sticky corners.
Yes.
Blurpy ass. Full PPR. Diggs or Dowdell. Rams, Browns, Dolphins, or Falcons D. You would have to go Rams out of all that or Browns. But starting BTJ would probably lean Browns if I don't go Rams. I don't know why, but I found Broncos available in week 5 in our league, and I wasn't mad because they've been averaging 14 points a game for me since I picked them up. But we're also talking about a league where we saw the unimaginable help happen with 12-man draft. 19 tight ends were drafted.
And like half of those in the top
US
top 10 picks.
Yeah, in the top 10 rounds. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
I don't think we're ever going to see that many tight ends.
And no, not after Brock Bowers got hurt in week 3 and hasn't played again since.
Right.
Then Kittle got hurt in week 2?
Week 2.
That was the first 2 off the board, if I remember right. Wasn't it? Bowers and Kittle was the first 2 off the board, and then Laporta went. Then it was something like that.
And Laporta's, I mean, he's been
okay. He hasn't been good. He hasn't been bad. He's just been okay. He's been mid.
He's got one touchdown through 6 weeks.
Yeah, and that was last week versus the Chefs.
Yep.
Chief Frog Throat. You want to go through the top running back?
Sure.
He sounds like he choked on Kermit. You know what? To make him sound like that.
Oh shit!
I hate the Chefs.
Oh, I do too. Trust me. Me too. All right, top 5 PPR fantasy backs of week 6. Number 1, Rico Dowdle. Yep, 29.9 points. Number 2, Bijan Robinson at 29.8. Number 3, Cam Scatabo at 29. Number 4, Devon Achane at 27. Josh Jacobs at 4. Oh, tied. Okay, so Devon and Josh tied at number 4. And then DeAndre Swift 5. At 23.5. That's technically 5, right? So DeAndre Swift rounds that out. Mm-hmm. And then outside the top 5, you got Kamani Vidal at 19.8 and Jonathan Taylor at 19.7.
Yeah. Don't sleep on Daniel Jones this week versus Chargers. The Chargers defense and offense has been kind of struggling. I think he might be a good pickup if he's available because some people have been still sleeping on him, even though he's considered a top 5 quarterback right now in the league, statistically. And I'm not talking about fantasy. And as long as he's playing,
every time he takes the field and does well, it has to be just a gut punch to the Giants fans.
Ooh.
Rethinking starting over Dunze in the flex.
I actually like that because they've been awful against the run for the most part. They've only had 2 good games where they stopped the run out of the 6 so far, which means it's more of an anomaly than a fact. And JCM has been doing really well, plus Jaden Daniels is trending towards playing this week, and I almost would start Daniels because he's way better than Russell Wilson on accident. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Because Russell Wilson threw for 450 yards versus that awful Dallas defense.
Yeah, the Dallas defense is not good this year.
God, I want to say these have been some great questions, guys. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know, man. Are they from my channel?
Does it show like a little? Does it show like a little chain down in the corner?
No.
It should show like a chain link, just like it does where you added your channel. So these are probably from Huddle Sports.
Okay.
I don't remember the names, or they're people that have subscribed to me and only watch it for the show because I've been talking about it when I'm out in public.
Oh, good. Well, welcome. Thank you for watching.
Either way, yeah, it's great to have people watching all over. What's crazy is I did that whole YouTube studio thing, and I checked to see where my YouTube is being watched from my subscribers, because not all my subscribers are able to watch live. And I am in 118 countries and 180 cities worldwide.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
2% of my fan base is from Germany, and that might be because I talk about this little guy right here. I'm on Ross St. Brown a lot.
I'm on Ross St. Brown. Well, look at you, JB. You're just getting around the whole world now.
I've got about 1% viewership in Australia. I've got 5% in China.
Is your 1% viewership in Australia the Seahawks
Megan?
Megan?
Yeah, I believe it is. Megan and probably her co-host from her show.
Okay.
It is now 24-27. SC versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame is leading only by 3 points. Ooh. Hey, need some help. Super D Lee, I'm riddled with injury. Should I start Tutu Atwell or take the chance with Emmanuel Wilson? Josh Jacobs is a game time decision. I would do Tutu Atwell, and I would wait until you can change your roster up until what, noon in fantasy football? Isn't it an hour before?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
And the injury report comes out at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be sitting right there because I'm having Josh Jacobs starting until he's announced out. As long as he's questionable in a game time decision, I'm going to probably think he's playing. And he's been more consistent than Saquon Barkley this year. And that isn't saying much.
Tutu's the early game in London.
And Puka is out, but I expect it more to go to Devontae Adams. And if you had BTJ, I would say start BTJ over Tutu any day of the week. Because he makes Trevor Lawrence better. I hate Trevor Lawrence. I picked him up because I had to in one league. It hurt my
Trevor
heart.
Lawrence?
Yeah.
Hurt your heart, did it?
Yeah.
You want to go over?
I don't have any way to get stats right now, so that's why I was letting you do the top scorers.
Okay. Well, I can do the wide receivers then and the tight ends. Sure. All right. Top 5 wide receivers from week 6. Number 1, George Pickens, 22.8. Jackson Smith Njigba at 22.2. Drake London, 21.8. Kayshawn Boutte at 21.3. Marquise Brown, or Hollywood Brown, at 16.5. And then outside the top 5, you got Ladd McConkey at 16, DK Metcalf at 15.5, and Jamar Chase at 15.1.
Nice.
Travis Hunter, 2-2. Emmanuel Wilson, Tajay Spears to pick up for flex.
So Travis Hunter, 2-2, Emmanuel Wilson, and Tajay Spears. I wouldn't start Spears. They're going up against a decent defense.
So, I would probably need to start 2. I'd probably do Travis Hunter and Tutu. What do you think, JB?
Yeah, out of those ones, I do Hunter and Tutu. I don't trust Emmanuel Wilson any more than I can throw him, and I can't throw him anywhere because I have a bad back. If Tajay Spears had a better O-line, I would throw Tajay in there because Tajay's good. I almost would do that, Hunter and Spears. So that's your decision is Tutu and Spears. I don't trust Emmanuel Wilson. I just don't.
All right, and then I'll go over the tight ends, and then we can transition into waiver wire pickups for week 7. All right.
Oh, it's a chronic condition at 55 years old. It'll never get better. It just doesn't hurt as much some days. This is the change of weather time. Asking me not to hurt during the change of weather is like asking somebody with rheumatoid arthritis not to cripple up and do this.
I can't with you. Oh, shoot. All right. Top 5 fantasy tight ends from week 6. Number 1, Dallas Goedert, 17. Number 2, Trey McBride at 13.2. Tyler Warren at 3 with 12.3. Sam Laporta at 4 with 11.5. And Michael Mayer at 11 rounds it out at 5. And then you got Tucker Kraft and Zach Ertz tied at 6th with 10.3. And Tyler Higbee at 10. PPR and a half tight end premium. Stick with Kraft or pivot to Ertz with the good matchup of Debo and Terry injuries. I think I would stick with Ertz, in my opinion.
I don't know because Arizona gives up a lot to tight ends too. That's a toss up, really. I like the upside of Tucker Kraft better, but old man Ertz has been very reliable. Paul Jones, welcome in, buddy.
Up, Paul?
I'm not doing the music tonight because this isn't the normal Lions talk show. This is fantasy football talk, so trying to keep it. I asked right as you mentioned the same exact projection for Ertz and Kraft.
So, if any of the top fantasy scores from last week, anyone surprise you in that list, JB?
What, you just did wide receivers?
I just did tight ends, or just collectively out of everyone I've mentioned in the top 5 of any position. Anyone kind of like surprise you from last week?
I didn't. I was trying to save my document, so that's why I couldn't look up anything as I was actually getting it all fonted and paragraphed out right to make it easier.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry, I want to get that out because I just think that was an amazing performance and it needed to be written.
Absolutely.
The QR link that's on your screen up there in the upper left-hand corner, that is a link to my other way for you. Hey, you must have your mirror done. There we go.
I don't know my left and right, okay? I'm dyslexic.
It's okay. Ain't that one. We've all been there. He went that way.
Whichever. Just look in the top corner. You'll see it. Whoever picked up Flacco made out pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Flacco's Thursday night performance.
The Grandpa Bowl. PPR stick with Olave or risk Ekibuka on Monday Night Football with Cam Johnson as a contingency?
Ooh, if you got Cam Johnson, I would stick. I'm worried about Ibuka. Olave was already going to be in. And right now, Flacco is a waiver wire pickup in our league, and I don't know if you should pick him up because he just exposed the Steelers' defense to being way worse than anybody thought it would ever be. And I don't know if that's a testament to him or how bad the Steelers' defense is.
Oh, so Ibuka has been downgraded. He's a game time decision for Monday night. He's dealing with a hamstring injury. He did return to practice today, as of yesterday. No, as of today.
Hallmark movie should make a movie about Joe Flacco. I think they did. It was called the Flaccid Quarterback. But anyway. Sorry, I had to do it.
To put my opinion on the question about Olave or Ibuka, I'd probably would stick with Olave. It's not 100% that Ibuka is going to be playing Monday night. From everything I've read, it looks like Ibuka could sit out week 7, and Mike Evans is leaning more towards being the better wide receiver to be good to go for Monday night. Which sucks because I have Ibuka as well, and I would really like to play him. All right, so who do you got as your must-add waiver wire additions for heading into week 7, Jeremy?
Not Josh Downs. He's declared out.
Okay, so not Josh Downs. Okay, who else?
If you can get him, who's that running back that everybody's been talking about? Walker something?
Walker?
If he hasn't been picked up. No, first name's Walker.
Oh,
the rookie that Dan Leonard was talking about last week. Or 2 weeks ago, I should say. Last week was my birthday party. I wasn't here. Thank you,
sir. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I can't remember who we're talking about. Woody Marks?
Yeah, that's it. Woody Marks. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, the Houston rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Is Nick Chubb still out?
Yes, he's still out right now. If he did come back, I haven't seen it.
I mean, if we're talking running backs,
start Lad McConkey. That defense that they're going to be facing is a little bit better right now, and I trust Lad McConkey versus because he's a Washington, right? Lad McConkey.
Lad's a Charger.
Washington earlier on the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, Lad is with the Chargers playing. Who's the Chargers playing?
Lad McConkey, 100%.
Yeah, Lad McConkey's playing a great guy. Indianapolis, and Sutton is going to be playing. Where's Sutton at? I have Sutton on my roster too. Where's he at? Is playing the Giants.
And they haven't been giving up a lot of yards through the air. They've been giving most of their yards up on the ground. For some reason, those great pass rushers just can't tackle running back.
He's talking about the Giants?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just trust Lad.
I think the only game they gave up a shit ton of yards to was Dallas, wasn't it? For passing yards.
Yeah.
That's the one that makes them look worse than they are.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying much. It's not saying much, I know.
But yeah, if we're going to talk about like additions, running back additions, I would probably see if he's available in league. I don't know, but Kamani Vidal with the Chargers running back. Amir Hampton
Rico
is going to be
Romeo, whatever it is.
Yeah, Hampton's going to be out for week 7. Vidal had a big showing. He appears to be the lead back. He's got
a running back that I do have a suggestion. If you want a running back that can keep his eye out, you can always pick up Najee Harris. He won't get you any points, but he'll keep an eye out.
He's out for the season.
I know.
But that's like that's the top of my must add like for running backs is Kamani Vidal. Tight ends. I wrote down Harold Fannin with the Browns. I just feel like he's going to be taking over the tight end spot here in the next few weeks. And then Njoku, I think, isn't David Njoku hurt?
Yes, he is.
So I mean, in PPR leagues, and even in like tight end premium leagues, Fannin is a good pickup in my opinion.
Oh, Noah Fant? Yeah. Noah Fant would be a good pickup. I like that.
Fannin.
Fannin.
Harold Fannin, Browns tight end, rookie.
Jacoby Lane for SC's got a touchdown already. The wide receiver that burned us. He's got 5 catches for 95 yards, 19 average, and a touchdown.
I also wrote down Kayshon Boutte. I think that's how you say his name. Wide receiver from New England. He had a 2-touchdown game last week. He's got a big upside for PPR. And I believe, who are the Patriots playing next week or this week? Patriots are playing Tennessee. So I kind of like that matchup a little bit.
Also, if you can get Trevion Henderson.
And he was also on he was also on my list. And the one quarterback that I put on my must-add waiver wires for week 7, if he's not already drafted, he's probably in a lot of dynasty leagues. He's probably gone. But Jackson Dart, he's just looking. His role's increasing. He's got good matchups coming up. And if you're in leagues that you can stream 2 quarterbacks, and he's available, I would definitely snatch him as fast as you could. But he's probably, I think in most leagues, he's taken.
Well, my season has been a roller coaster. I had 3 weeks where I was a top 3 team, and then I've had 3 weeks where I've been hovering near the bottom.
Yeah, my team's kind of following the same storyline. We talked pre-show last week, and because Jeremy and I are in the same league, I scored a league high 181 fantasy points last week, and then this week I barely cracked 100. And
you broke 100.
Broke 100. Yes, I got over that hump. Still lost. I'm rating right at 500 at 3-3, so not quite the defending season that I wanted for my title.
Wow, SC While in Notre Dame, you know how they always talk about home cooking with refs in college and pros?
Mm-hmm.
SC has one penalty for 5 yards, 3/4 and a third of the fourth quarter. Notre Dame has 8 for 96.
Wow.
One penalty. And they ran 58 offensive plays to, let me see, 58 plays versus their 42 plays on an offense.
Jeez.
Third down efficiency, Notre Dame's 1 for 8. Both teams have only given up 1 sack. SC's only had to punt the ball twice, and Notre Dame's punted it 4 times.
You said 1 for 8?
Yeah.
Wow, that's not
one. That's
great.
pitiful.
That's
and the time of possession, 24-22 so far for SC. 24-37. Oh, now 25-13 because of an incompletion for Notre Dame. So that's some crazy stats right there.
That's crazy.
But I'm looking forward to having a better week. I already started off with 20 points by one guy, but my main guy that came off the bye shit the bed for the Steelers, DK Metcalf. What the hell are you doing?
What did he
Now
score?
we know why Seahawks let him walk. He scored 8 points.
Ooh.
He was projected to do 17. He got 8.
That's
3 receptions on 5 targets for 50 yards, no touchdown.
So my biggest thing, I'm sitting here with Breece Hall, who is considered one of the top 5 running backs in the league, but he's on the goddamn Jets.
He has an O-line that opens up lanes like the Bears do for running.
And
I want to say something nice, but I can't. The Bears offensive line for running the football is atrocious. If it wasn't for DeAndre Swift being able to hit the corner outside and turn it quickly, because he does have good change of direction skills, he would not have broke 100 yards last week. Because he hadn't done it all season.
Talk me out of putting Breece Hall on the trade block, because I don't know.
I think he's on the trade block. I think they're going to start selling soon, because they're going to have to. If Aaron Glenn wants to have his job.
Do you expect?
No.
Do you expect him to beat Carolina, or do you expect him to be 0-7?
I expect him to be 0-7. The slide continues. They won't win till week 10, and that might be a tie. It's going to be a repeat of 2021, but Jets and Kelly Green and White versus Honolulu Blue and Silver.
Or do you think they will be the first NFL team to go 0-17?
Wow, there was a big play there. Big play. They just got down to the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal for SC. This is where they can put the game out of reach.
Oh, boy.
Time of possession is up by 3 minutes now.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to just see what kind of interest I can get for him.
He's had the fantasy football input of me this season. He had one game where he did okay, and the rest of them have been absolutely.
So, you're talking about Breece?
Yeah.
Week 1, he did 16.5. Week 2, 5. Week 3, 9. Week 4, he finally got back into the swing of things with 16. And then week 5 against Dallas, 17. And then right back to the shitter, week 6, 5. He's projected 16 against Carolina, but at this rate, I don't even expect him to get 10.
Right. We got 70 people watching live between Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else. And I'm going to say thank you to you Vikings fans. You guys are amazing. Because the Vikings fans on Twitter, they come in live. They may not always comment, but they watch. And I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your Saturday night with me and JB.
My favorite version of Skull.
There you go.
There's my favorite version of Skull. Because that's what they were last season. Skull Buck by the Lions.
And then if you guys watching can head over to YouTube, Haacked-In Fantasy Sports. I'm a growing content creator, trying to get my channel off the ground. I'm a frequent visitor on Jeremy's shows. So I'd appreciate the like, follow, whatever you can do. I really, really appreciate it.
And you can always find me right here at Kneecap Fighting with the Motor City Lions. You can also find me on the Huddle Sports Network. It also is available on the Huddle Sports Network app on Roku and Amazon Fire Stick through the App Store. You also can find me on Twitter. I am on Ken the Bear Pan's page. I'm on Rob Haskell's. Sir Rocker, I think it is, BWO. And my page, which is Smoking Jeremy. Been playing since 1994 when it was a hidden underground thing, and all analytics aside, draft good players from good teams as a sound basis. Yes, sir. Breece Hall is a good player, but he's not on a good team is the problem.
Yeah, he's on the fucking Jets.
On the frickin' Jets. Yes, because I go live out of Flint, Michigan, and just for you, James, I'm going to say it again. In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good.
That's got to be that is some top tier promo right there. Like that was good.
You know, you want to know why I say the tires are good? They bought all the dead tires to use as filtration for the water to get the lead out.
Oh, shit.
And I mean Led Zeppelin. James, it's great to see you. Next week, I'm in trouble. I'm going to have to start Cam Ward, damn it, because Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, and Jameson Williams are all out for the week.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we don't draft just Lions players.
Hey, it's only 4, though. I've got other players. If you remember right, we did great sacking Baker Mayfield last year. Aiden Hutchinson had a franchise record 4.5 sacks in a game. We also had a sack from Davenport. We also had a sack from, I believe it was Pat O'Connor up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So we had sacks last year. I think we sacked them like 7 or 8 times. Guess what? They still beat us because they had their full complement of wide receivers. But if you have the Lions defense, you've had some really good games and some ones you go, oh, I'm glad they got points.
So I'll tell you.
I'm just saying, it's been that type of season for.
Oh. So they beat us 20-16 last year. And yep.
That was the game Hutch had 4.5 sacks, right?
Yeah, Hutchinson had 4.5 sacks. Lions turned the ball over twice. Where full team stats, that's what I'm looking for. We out did them in time of possession by like 20 minutes, but we still lost.
but that's because we stopped running the ball, and Goff threw it, I think, 51 times in that game.
I can tell you. Goff went 34 for 55 with 2 interceptions.
And no touchdowns,
and
right?
Mayfield went 12 for 19, 1 touchdown. Yeah, no touchdowns for Goff. Mayfield 12 for 19, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Gibbs had 13 carries for 84 yards. Yeah, just saying sacks. Aiden Hutchinson had 4.5. Jack Campbell had 6 tackles, with 4 of them being solos. Oh, here we go. We sacked Mayfield 5 times for a loss of 39 total yards. Goff didn't get sacked at all, but he threw 2 picks. So that's where it flipped in Tampa's favor.
Mm-hmm.
We outdid them by over 200 yards, 463 to 216 total yards. Each of us had 11.
I think one of those interceptions was a pick 6. This is the reason why.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, because I think we were.
What is the best way to? We got a quick question here. What is the best way to set up roster? Do I stash either one of CMC and JT as backups, or keep Marcus Golden? Well, look who they're playing this week. Packers. Who are they playing? Let me look on my little.
I'll tell you.
Cheat sheet here. I got it.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Green Bay is playing at Arizona. I would actually keep Golden, and I would probably start CMC because the 49ers are playing Monday Night Football.
No, they're not. Sunday Night Football.
Or Sunday Night Football versus Atlanta. Ooh, that's a rough bit. Well, their defense hasn't been great. They either give up a crap ton of yards on the ground, or they give up. You don't know which Atlanta defense you're going to get.
Herb loves CMCG.
Ooh. I wouldn't start Herbert this week. Joe Alt's still out. They're also lost a guard. Yeah, there was a lot of thunderstorms today. That's why their plane was significantly delayed. I don't think Bucks can score enough to keep up, by the way. Self-love bragging. I targeted Scatterbo for not believing in Tracy, and it paid off twice. Yes, it did. Reed is still questionable. They think he's playing. He might be able to come back. Okay, so for me, out of this group right here, I would be probably playing Rico and CMC. I would probably choose Love because I have not been impressed with the Arizona defense. Puka's out. We already know this. Tet's in. Quentin Johnson. Higgins. Oh, Higgins already played, so if you don't have him in, he can't play. And Golden. So out of those, I think I would go probably Quentin Johnson, then Tet or Golden, because Sutton hasn't been all that great this year. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, no. So I have Sutton on my fantasy team, and he's been butt cheeks. Other than 1 week, I think he scored over 20 points or close to. So
matchups mean a lot, and the Bears defense is really stingy in the passing game. Olave's not a good idea to start.
So yeah, I would go Love.
You'd go Love? I'd go Herbert. Oh no, yeah, I said Love because never mind.
Yeah.
I said Love because of the O-line being hurt. Mm-hmm. And the Colts defense is decent.
I would do Love, CMC, and Rico. Puka.
Puka's out.
Oh, Puka's out. Sorry. Yeah, Puka's out. Then I do Tet. And, well, Higgins already played, so I can't do that. So Tet and Quentin Johnson for me.
Yeah, I would do Tet, Quentin Johnson, and if you have room in the flex, I'd throw Golden in there out of those. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
But as far with who the Panthers are playing, you start Rico Dowdell. I'm sorry, you start Rico Dowdell versus the Jets defense.
And he's been killing it since he's taken over the starting role after Chuba Herbert's been out.
And they're not going to give it back to him right now. I wouldn't.
I mean, no. Or at least do a 50-50 split where he gets the majority of the carries. Because, I mean, don't take the ball out of the hot hand, in my opinion.
Well, Notre Dame did get a touchdown, so they're up 10 with 3 minutes left. More than likely, they're winning this game.
So, who is your breakout performer in Week 7? Who's your projection on who's going to?
I wish he was on my team. I think it's going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown because Zion McCollum's back, but he can't cover both sides of the field. And with Levante David out, the middle of the field is going to be open.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to have a great game. And I'm not trying to. Amon-Ra hasn't had 2 games less than 90 yards ever in his career since the middle of 2021 when he started becoming, after we got rid of that awful offensive coordinator we had.
My breakout projector is I'm gonna go JSN again. His matchup isn't the greatest against the Texans defense, being one of the best in the league. It's a tough matchup, but Jackson, he's proven that he can beat the matchups. Let's see, what was his? Kind of like riding that hot hand. He since week 4 was his lowest output at 13. Every other week, he has scored 20 plus or close to in a PPR format. So in JSN, I trust. And I'm going a little homer since he's on my fantasy team.
Nah, I know. And if Ibuka plays, put him in. If you have somebody that you're questionable about and you have Ibuka on your roster, you risk losing the points for Ibuka on Monday night. I'm sorry. Am I putting him in for Stephon Diggs? Stephon Diggs had one great game versus his former team, just like everybody that has that chip on their shoulder when they get traded away.
Right.
So that pretty much sums up the show. Austin, tell them about your channel, Haacked-In Fantasy Sports Talk, right?
Absolutely. You can find me on YouTube at Haacked-In Fantasy Sports Talk. It's a small channel, but growing by the day. So head on over there, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell notification to get notified anytime I go live, which is pretty regular throughout the week. I am a frequent guest on JB's Friday Night Lions Fan Cave chat show. And I also pop into the Wednesday roundtable, NFL roundtable talk as well when I can. During the week is a little harder with my work schedule. But you can find me in those locations.
And you can find me right here and everywhere else I already mentioned. And like I said, in the upper left-hand corner there, don't even hit the point. It's a QR code that takes you to my articles on the South Florida Tribune, which is actually owns the name Motor City Tribune, where I write about the Lions. I just submitted an article about last night's performance by Shohei Ohtani. I hope that that's printed by Monday, because I think the legend just became a myth. Yes, always start your studs, even if they're going up against a bad defense that's going to make them look like duds. You stick to your studs.
And Aaron Rodgers isn't one of them.
Nope. Joe Flacid is. He took his Viagra last week. Look what he did to the Steelers.
Oh, shit. He said Joe took the blue pill. Yes, he did.
Yes, sir. Well, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Thank you, Austin, and we will see you next week at 10 p.m. on Fantasy Football Talk with SJB and Hacker.
Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.